sleeping in the house next door. I was too scared. She was in a relationship. You're kind of a baby anyways, and mama needs older. I had blocked it out. Welcome back to Twice as Fast, where we talk twice as fast, do everything twice as fast, and also are aging twice as fast because of all of our trauma. Today we're having a little sister session with the sisters. Session with the sisters. All right. Last week we had our first sister sesh where we talked about our horror stories dating
Men.
Girl. This week we're like, girl, it was written in the stars. Get ready to sit back, relax, and hear our funny lesbian stories. All of our first dates. All right, let's dive on in. So for a little background, we grew up in the South where being gay was certainly not the norm, nor was it really even accepted, I'll be honest.
We didn't know anyone who was publicly out, and everyone that was known that was gay was like, everyone acted like they were cray-cray. We related gay in the South as other, and like being in the Midwest now and being in Chicago, everyone is like, girl, it's okay to be who you are, and I'm like, wait, what?
It's like, oh, this is cool. That sets the scene, and me personally, I dated someone from like the age of 16 all through college, and you know what, we look back on that time honestly fondly because it was like my best friend, you know, it was giving, like I've said before, lavender marriage.
You know.
And then I tried to date men for a few years and I was like, I'm in hell. But the signs before that were all there. That's gonna be a separate video because the signs, they were billboards, okay? I'll be honest. But today we wanted to talk about our first dates because like I said, we already talked about our dates with men. End of our time living in Nashville, I'll be honest, I was still very hesitant to come out. I was telling you I was bisexual, but I had not yet dated a girl. I was too scared. And thankfully, like in a lot of other times in life, I had to look to my little sister to say, give me the courage, please. And what did she do? She did just that.
I'm back, and it's time to open up a crisp diet. First sip.
Thank you.
I really started to discover that I fucking hated men because, yeah, I cry after every date, and we know the story. We moved to Nashville, we're in it together, and I'm like, oh my god, it's time. Like, I've never went on a date with another man, but like, I'm kind of ready to maybe fall in love. Or just have some fun. Like, I was kind of just like, girl, she had partied, I never. I matched with this girl, and learn from me.
She's sweet.
She was sweet. She's honestly the sweetest I've ever been with, but she was in a relationship, and she was like trying
I forgot.
I know, I just remember.
No, okay, if you live in the South, you're gonna know when you get on those dating apps for women to find other women, good luck because it's a lot of people looking for a third, and you're just like, go find a second app for that. There's gotta be another word after that. Okay, thank you.
Right? But
Carry
in
on.
my mind, I was like, okay, it's kind of no strings attached because she's not really looking to get into anything. She's also probably nervous.
Take what we can get.
We take what we can get. Oh my god.
Okay, we are 6 hours before her date. What are we feeling 6 hours before? Don't do this. It's her first girl date. It's important to document. And she's having some concerns.
So if you need perfect, I'm not good for you.
The date lasted for 4 hours. We were talk, and I was like, hee hee, I love this, but also I'm nervous and no one's gonna make the first move.
And I was like, hey, coming home anytime soon?
Right, so then, did I come home?
Yeah.
I'll just say, I had my first experience with a woman that night in the front seat. I'll just say, look, we do what we
Mind
can.
you, I was sleeping in the house next door. Me and the cats. Filthy.
I was like, ah! And then I made a TikTok too. I kissed a girl by Katy Perry, and I was like, hee 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 hee.
And I was like, ah! I was like literally freaking out for her. And I was like, every detail, do not miss a thing except for when she got to the house. I did not have to hear about that.
And that was the one where I was like, wow, I feel really happy after. And she was like, I feel happy after too. So it was just really good.
All right, so for me, once I moved to Chicago, I was like, I am literally not looking at another man. I had already made my mind up on that, and I said I'm only gonna look at my dating app for women. However, again, I was really scared to date in general, and the thought of dating a woman, like, I just felt like, oh my god, I'm kind of
Old.
which now I know it's totally fine to be a late life lesbian. There's plenty of us.
So
But I just was so self-conscious about it, especially because I dated men for so long. I thought they were gonna be like, how do you know you're really a lesbian? And it's like, because I was miserable. Anyways, we moved to Chicago, and immediately I have to go on a work trip. I'm not gonna say I don't want anyone to connect the timeline dots here because God forbid this person ever hear this. Humiliation. Again, this is when I was the time where I was like,
Only thinking of women.
I met someone on my work trip. I'm not gonna give you too many details. She was not gay, yet we talked all dinner about how much we hated dating men and how great it would be to date women. She also complimented me on my pants, and we would eat lunch together alone every day.
she was texting me like, hee hee, I think I have my first crush.
No, we had to get like on an excursion, and we were like bumping into each other, like touching each other's leg, and like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, is this love?
She was like, hee hee, look, we took a photo. And I was like, yes, show it to me. And I was like, go girl, go.
And then I went back home. I would get really awkward anytime I talked to her, but we moved on because honestly, she was older than me, and I think she was also a little in the closet, and it was just like fun, but I was forever changed. And if she ever sees this, look, awkward, but also, thank you.
We love you.
That was just a crush. Then I come back and I'm like, I gotta go on a date. I meet this girl who had also dated a man for 5 years.
Who was younger though?
Younger, which never again. That made me feel a lot better because she was very open about being very nervous, and also like she had also been with a man, because so what could she really say? I was terrified. We go to this cute little bar. Immediately I'm like, I can't believe this is real life. And it wasn't even like her. It was literally just like being on a date with a woman. It was the best feeling. I wasn't feeling sick. I wasn't disgusted. I didn't care if she touched my leg. I wasn't immediately like
Pervert.
We just had so much fun, and we just kept being like, this is like so fun and like sweet. Just like giggle. And then we went back to her house, and I got so nervous because I don't really drink that much that I threw up there. Threw up in the bathroom. Her dog was barking on the bathroom door, and I was like, this is humiliation.
Did she know?
You heard me throw up before. It's not quiet. I kept being like, are you okay? And I just kept being like, I swear
Was
to
it
God.
a kiss? Wasn't it like yes?
We were, yeah. Well, we had already, no, it was like after that, but like, yeah, no, it wasn't it, yeah. Yep, I had blocked it out because it didn't get very far because I threw up. And I honestly think it was the drinks, but I also think it was like, it just hit me that, yeah, like, what have I been doing? Being so insane. I don't know, I just felt sick.
I'm gay.
So the date was, we've heard of this thing called So Far Sounds. Look into it. I want to go back. I've just been too depressed for, I don't know, since then. You get these tickets and you just pick like an area of Chicago, the top of Willis Tower. It was in this secret private club, which when we looked around, it was all sugar daddies and sugar babies. So that was very weird because then it was like two lesbians, and let me just say the men were prowling. In the room, it was like where they used to have some sort of
Like mini golf? I don't even know.
just random artists playing. It was like literally so cute because
That's so
we like
sweet.
no, this was the cutest part. We were both so nervous, obviously. We were the only gay couple there, and then we like held hands and like were like kind of scooted by each other. We were both like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe I'm doing this right now in public.
That was the wrong one.
Anyways, and it was just like so cute. And then we came back to my house, and we had a fun time. And then she texted me that she did not know what the hell she was thinking with her life, not in a sense with me, but just in general. She had just broken up with that boyfriend, so I think it was like everything was hitting her, and I was like, girl, you're kind of a baby anyways, and mama needs older, so thanks for the best first experience with a woman ever.
Honestly, so good. Like, it was so good for the first. You had someone that you felt comfortable with.
I'm cosplaying Sugar Mommy because I had my like big job and she was still in grad school, and I was like, it's on me.
So she came home that night. What was it? It was like, you were like, I think I'm a lesbian. You were like, yay, we're lesbians.
We jumped around and we're like dancing, and it was just like really
And it was
cute.
like the cutest thing.
It's like one of my favorite memories, honestly.
Me too.
All right.
Next is my first date in Chicago with a woman. And
Let's call her
Mosley. Listen, if you know Mosley from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, this is like a hotter Mosley. Think gang hot Mosley.
She was cute.
She was cute, but like I was nervous Nancy, and she was like, you were pretending like you weren't interested, and I was like, oh. Our first date, it's at this little like cute little house. No, was it? Cute little tavern. And then we go to the closet, and we had like a really little cute time. I drank beer.
That's sick.
I've never been a drinker, so I didn't know like what to order from a dive bar. And then she was drinking beer, and I was like, me too, please. Also, I had on a shirt and unbuttoned. And she was like, yeah, I had noticed, but I like didn't know how to say it. And I was like, oh my God, tell me next time. Then, bye-bye. Went on another date, and it was fun, but it was kind of like, you were an actor. You moved to LA for 6 years. You cut your hair. I knew everything about her.
Everything about them, and they only know a few things about you. Hello, red flag, we are never ignoring.
I went to her place, and this was what was weird. She was like, hee hee, oh, you probably think I'm a serial killer. I was like, huh? At her wall, it is serial killer wall. It has like the string, it had, do you remember that? It had tape, it had pictures, and I was like,
Did you tell me this?
I think so, and I was like, what? And she was like, oh, you know, my friend bought me a mystery kit where you solve a murder. Why'd she have to start with
Okay.
you think I'm a serial? Okay.
No, that was, no. After our previous run-ins with who we think may be a murder, see previous story of time, we don't play around.
Anyways, it was really late. It was cold. I didn't want to go home, whatever. Oh my God. She's like, we're not gonna go into my room. No, we're gonna go into the literal like extra room that had 2 twin size mattresses. No. One wasn't even a mattress. They were different levels. So I'm down a level. She's up a level. I'm sleeping with my contacts in. I have to leave at 9 a.m. for work. So I set my alarm for 6 and I leave. Half a contact out. Never to be talked to again.
That's a pattern.
Another cry after, but it's okay.
This one I'm gonna keep it brief, but there's a reason I bring it up because she makes an appearance a few years later. When I would date men, I would date them based off of what they brought to the table, which I know sounds terrible. It's like, bitch, I'm bringing a lot to the table and I am not really attracted to you and I really hate being around you, so.
You gotta find something good out of something bad.
Thank
and
you.
That's what that is.
I was not about to be supporting a man. That was never gonna happen.
Sorry.
When I started dating women, I didn't really think to like switch off that mentality, and I went on a date with a lawyer. Which, in hindsight, like, why did I think that was such a, like, oh my god, I'm going out with a lawyer.
She was older, she was in her 30s, we were in our 20s, we just moved to the city, oh my god.
We get to this really cute, like, kind of Christmassy bar, and she walks up, and I just was like, oh, really little. Like, she was just really little. We start talking, and, like, honestly, she was just kind of mean. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, so you're kind of, like, newly dating women? And she was like, yeah, well, you know, I mean, I'm 33, and it hasn't worked with men, so figured, why not? For some reason, I went back to her apartment. We digress.
One thing I remember about her though is that she had a cute little joint holder for the fingers.
Oh my gosh, okay, you remember all the good stuff.
It's all coming back to me.
All coming back to me now. We have intermission, but we're on a time crunch. I went to her house so that we could garden together because I thought that was so cool, and she had like this really fancy little thing to hold it, and she would like do it in her house. So I was like, ah. I will say there were some red flags about her house, but I digress. That was like, ooh, not for me. I leave. I was like, that was for the story, for the plot, but like never again. And also, thank you. It texts me like a few days later and it's like, I'm actually kind of starting to see someone. And I was like, all right, good for you, girl. Like, you go off.
It's rough out there, y'all.
It's rough out there, y'all. Fast forward. Last year, we went to the Zolita concert, and who do I see? None other than her and her girlfriend.
This was my Super Bowl. I was like,
I was
no.
really happy because I wanted you to know how little she was.
And I was like, no way. And I was like, oh my god. Okay, she's literally trying to get with this 20-year-old over here.
We made eye contact. I mean, we knew each other. So tiny, but she had like body yachty. Like she had hips and like a butt. So it was just like, she was sassy.
You could just see the sash. All I could see was Fawn Moscato. If you know, you know.
She was Fawn Moscato and she did not approve my message.
It was crazy, like running into your ex at Zolita, it felt like a canon moment.
Canon
of,
moment.
Like, we're
It
lesbians.
was so funny, honestly. I love that night.
We also recognized like a few other lesbians there, and I was like, oh my god.
This one, it left me traumatized. Let's dive in.
Oh, this one gets me.
Okay, so we're gonna call this person Kelly Torres. There were some red flags on the dating app. I go through these phases where I feel like I need a date, like I'm old and I want to have kids at this point. Life has changed. So anyways, I pushed myself and she wanted to go on a date like right by my apartment. I was like, fuck it, why not? She was in medical school. As someone who is on the spectrum, I have no judgment of anyone else on the spectrum, but I don't think she knew that she was, and it was a very different kind of spectrum than I was on, so let me just say immediate did not get along. We get to this bar, and first of all, I was like, this is what you pick. Like, it was like giving pub tavern. She won't look at me really. She sits on the same side of me, and like, this isn't gonna work, so we move.
That's
and
only when you get fully into it.
yes. She's kind of shaming me for being so late in life because she was just like, you just like didn't know. And I was like, because she was from Chicago, so she just had a different upbringing, and her mom was a lesbian. Whole date, she's going on and on about herself. Did not ask me one question. It's all about medical school. I'm like, well, fuck it. I mean, I might as well make the most of this. So I'm like, what's like a crazy story you have? Someone with health anxiety. What was I thinking? I don't know. Maybe like switched at birth. Something funny. I don't know.
No.
Well, I do have like this one story. So this guy came in and like we had to pull a cup out of his ass, and I was like, I'm sorry. What? And she was like, yeah, like when it was glass. And I was just like, and she's like, no, like I can show you. And I was like, before I could really think through, because I was still just so stunned by the fact that this person I just met said that she had to pull a glass out of someone's ass while her hand was right next to me. I pulls up the picture, and let me just say, the cup was red.
I wish you hadn't gone there. We could have imagined it. We could have painted the picture ourselves.
Just said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Before she goes to the bathroom, she gets the check from the waitress, and she says separate. Okay, they were $7. It was literally happy hour, but all good. I didn't like you either. She goes to the bathroom, and I literally waved the waitress down. I signed mine so quick, and I am ready to get the F out of there. That backfired because she comes back, and she's like, oh, you live so close by. Let me just walk you home. She kisses me goodnight, and it was like she was really into it, and she was like trying to make it a whole moment, and I was like, oh no. Still better than the best date I've had with a man. She got in an Uber. I thought that would be the last time I saw her. No, it was not. I saw her a few months later on another date with my ex-girlfriend, the first girlfriend I ever had. We'll get into that at a much later date. Sitting there, we're at this bar, and I look over, and there she is on a date. We make eye contact, and my date was like, I'm not even gonna look at her. She never did. It's kind of impressive. I was like, please don't look at her. Like, you are not on the same level, and I'm embarrassed. Not really, but like, Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're a late in life lesbian, or maybe just someone questioning, maybe this made you feel a little bit better, because you know what, we're all on our own little journeys, and it's truly hard out here given the world we live in, especially now.
It is just so hard, and it's honestly like maybe feeling like finally going on a date with a different gender or something that you've been wanting to do.
You're
never have to see them again if it goes terribly wrong.
Well, that's not true necessarily.
Hey, but then that adds to the story.
That's something we need you all to hold us accountable to. We have not been focused on dating, we've been focusing on surviving and working on ourselves, but I think in 2026, probably the later half, I'll be honest, we're gonna go on a date. Not together like we've been with men, because that was really, we took it too far.
Never again.
No, that could have been it. But yeah, we're gonna try to go on a date at some point this year, and if we don't, slap our wrists. I don't know. We have to like do something crazy. Oh, the punishment. But anyways, if you enjoyed this is Twice As Fast, our sister sesh.
Session with the sisters.
Let us know what other topics you want us to talk about in our next sesh. It can be dating, it can be neurodivergence, it can be sisterhood, it can be how the hell are you two so close? It can be literally anything. Give us ideas. Wait, can I say King Johnny?
King Johnny.
Okay, let's just say about her gym experience, the man that owned it did make them call King. That's all. Thanks for us hanging. Love ya.
That
Twice
was
as fast on YouTube, sisters, let's be honest. How cool is it that we get to be two gay sisters and that we got to came out right by Dookie Guy?
Smart House Mom.
Smart House Mom for sure. Well, obviously Mrs. Blueberry from VeggieTales.
The woman tool from Handy Manny.
Oh, for sure.
You never watched that?
I think I'm thinking of Jimmy Neutron's mom. I'm thinking of what's the little fly?
Wanda?
Why do I feel like Phil the Future's mom?
Oh.
Okay, we gotta go. Love you guys. Wait, mom cannot watch that.